How to start a home care business for elderly from home. Really awesome search. I'm excited for it. It shows me looking to become an entrepreneur, a business owner, and I can help you out with this. My name's Brian Dolenick, hey there. And there's a lot of different approaches I could throw your way. And when it comes to starting it from home, whether this is your personal home, alright, which I would hope not, or it's a home setting in another home, alright, there's some principles that you have to know and keep in mind when it comes to the business model from a business perspective in this video. Alright, if you're looking at this because you're very passionate about it, I would recommend you just skip this video and just go for it. But if you're looking at this because you're looking at it from a business opportunity, a perspective of creating an income where you can do what you want when you want, you're going to want to know this, because when it comes to an elderly business, alright, an elderly home care business, dealing with medical supplies and equipment and employee staff, alright, having RNs work for you, alright, you got to have some nurses that are going to work for you too, alright, that would be an RN typically working in a home care setting with elderly, and dealing with all these people, alright, not just the upfront overhead that it'll cost you money-wise to maintain it and run it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, but the time you got to put into it. And when it comes to this from a home business perspective and business perspective, I would suggest before you head down this path and take all that on and plan out what you can afford, what you can't afford, depending on space and size and the equipment that you have and how many people you can house, alright, before you go through all that planning, if you're looking at this because you want to build a business from home, you're looking at this because you want to be your own boss, create leverage, time, freedom, flexibility, if that is really what you're looking for, if you give me a minute here of your time, alright, I've got a lead I want to throw your way, and this is really my experience going back a year ago when I transitioned from a traditional brick and mortar business dealing with supplies, equipment, outsourced employees that I was paying more than I myself, and I went from that and came across a person who was building a business from home on the internet, alright, without supplies, without equipment, without employees, alright, they weren't dealing with any of that stuff, so it was very attractive to me, and they're making ridiculous results. I mean, the income that they're making was a high multiple six-figure income, making more money every month than I was making in 2 years, which is not average again, not typical results. They worked hard at that, alright, even though it was an internet business, and it is, you know, they still had to work hard. But it was really cool to me because they didn't have to take on that overhead and manage and maintain employees and RNs and all that stuff. Not putting it down, but you know, because they weren't managing and maintaining that, they had more time freedom to travel, to do what they wanted to do. So it was really cool to me, and I had reached out to them on Facebook. Luckily, they reached back to me in less than about 90 days. Don't quote me exactly, I'm not the best with dates, but I was able to work my butt off, learn some things, create a full-time income working very part-time, alright, and I haven't looked back since. I was able to walk away from corporate America doing that and doing so online, and I share that with you really because if you want to build a business to be your own boss, if you want to build a business to work from home, to create leverage, to create more time with your family, alright, best thing you could do is learn how to elevate yourself and create a leveraged business where you're not managing and maintaining equipment, supplies, employees, and all that stuff, if that makes sense, alright? And the best tip I'll give you is if you want to do that, learn to build a business online. Learn to build a business online. And if this makes sense to you from a business perspective to get the results that you want, if you're coachable, you're trainable, you're willing to learn some things, alright, you want to learn to build a business online, even though what I've done is not building an elderly care home business, alright, online, because you can't really do that. If you want to learn this, if this makes sense to you, connect with me on my site if you're coachable. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put the link in the description after. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got value out of it. I hope you can now get a little bit of a rough idea on, you know, what business can really get the results that you want, knowing what businesses entail. And I'm not telling you the internet's the only way to go to build a business. That'd be a bunch of BS. But if you want to build a business with a little more flexibility, a little more leverage, the internet's the best thing you could tap into, alright? And finding someone who's building a business online is the next best thing, alright? Because there's just so much noise out there, which is why I'm offering myself to share with you what I learned going back 15 months ago, and I look forward to connecting with those of you interested. So take care, my friend. Have an awesome one. I'll see you on the beach of the world. Take care.